They ended up sleeping in the van. When the day broke, Natasha awoke to the first glow of dawn and shook Vincent awake, telling him that they needed to get out of there ASAP before any potential early risers came out to the lake to fish, and also because Natasha was hankering for some breakfast.
We should probably ditch the van.
Why? Boris is dead, and so who's gonna give a shit? I mean, it's a nice van.
Vincent shrugs, starts up the engine, and begins driving.
Where are we going for breakfast? It's better not to be that fucking grain bowl place again.
They end up at the first Jack-in-the-Box they see and order drive-through and park in the lot. They nosh on breakfast burritos, breakfast croissants, mini pancakes, hash browns, orange juice, and coffee. Their post-coital appetite has always been something to behold. After polishing off the food, they loosen their belts and/or unbutton their pants and digest and momentarily regret being such pigs. In the meantime, they discuss their agenda.
We need to meet your friend who knows the guy who has top secret clearance, like today.
Yeah, I know. I'll text her and set something up for tonight.
Not till tonight.
We can't just go barging into the LA Ovum offices. This has to be discreet. We'll make it an evening, dinner and drinks. In the meantime, we can go back to my place and shit, shower and shave, and get some rest that's not on the floor of a van. And maybe get in some extracurricular activities.
Dream on. This pussy is closed until further notice. Mean we have to do the job first.
Fine.
Don't pout.
I'm not pouting.
Yeah, you kind of are.
Why is it that you're the one that always has the upper hand? I want to have the upper hand for a change. I want the hand.
You're selling yourself short. You have a plenty of hand.
See? That's it right there. That's exactly what someone with the upper hand would say. Stop patronizing me.
For fuck's sake, Vincent. Just stop. You're better than this.
Maybe I used to be. That is until you fucked me over and fucked me up.
Natasha wants to argue, but she knows he's right. She did fuck him over, and apparently fucked him up too. 3 years ago, when they were hot and heavy for 17 weeks, she had come to a decision to ghost him. The story was that Natasha left him for Anna, the Muscovite and part-time model. Natasha actually hooked up with Anna for a bit, but she didn't meet Anna until she left Vincent. The truth was that Natasha left Vincent because she fell in love with him. And one of the things a double agent can't do is to fall in love with an enemy agent. No self-acting double agent can have doubts about using, betraying, or terminating an enemy agent. Also, if Vincent had found out about her being a double agent, he most likely would not have turned her in, putting himself in a compromising and potentially career-destroying position. And now, here they are again, getting close, too close for comfort, and things being fucked up and about to become even more fucked up. But this time, she can't run away. She needs his help, and she needs to face up to the fact that as much as she doesn't want to, she may need to hurt him again.
Vincent, I'm so sorry for what happened between us. I truly am. I said some shitty things to you back then. And then the way I left you was shitty. Just don't ask me to explain, because I can't. But I know this. I do care for you.
She leans into him and kisses him hard. He's taken aback, but only for a second, and kisses her right back.
You taste like hash browns.
You taste like syrup.
That's not syrup. That's just me. Naturally sweet.
Shut the fuck up.
Vincent starts the engine.
All right then. Let's go find ourselves an alien.
Later, around 8 p.m., they are seated in a booth of a Mexican restaurant with a giant platter piled high with nachos, covered in just about everything you'd want to cover nachos with. Natasha and Vincent are both nursing a huge glass of margarita. Vincent's friend is 30 minutes late when she finally shows up, apologizing for her tardiness and blaming LA traffic. Her name is Jane, and although she's coming directly from the Ovum office, after putting in a full day's work and having to fight traffic, she looks vibrant and is truly stunning even in her off-the-shelf drab business attire and wearing little makeup and with her hair in a bun. She could almost pass as Natasha's hot younger sister. Natasha side-eyes Vincent, then turns back to Jane and gives her a bright smile and shakes Jane's hand. But before Natasha can introduce herself, Jane does a double take.
Oh my God! You're Natasha! We all thought you were dead, even though there wasn't an official word yet. There's an agency Slack channel just about you and about what happened.
After Jane takes a seat and has a few sips of margarita, Natasha feeds her some bullshit about how the whole thing was staged so that people would think she was dead, allowing her to operate covertly, or something like that, and Jane gladly falls for it.
You know, there were some people, like the conspiracy theory types, who thought you went back to Mother Russia, like maybe you were a double agent whose cover was blown and had to return home.
Jane's the only one who laughs, while Vincent and Natasha give polite but awkward smiles. It turns out that Jane's quite the drinker, and the more she drinks, the more she talks. She explains that there have been heightened activities in the Orange County area involving both military and intelligence personnel. Out of curiosity, she had contacted her friend, who used to be with Ovum, but is now with the Defense Department, who responded with a text saying, "Can't really talk. Avoid contacting me."
Which means it's some high-level shit.
Do you know what kind of high-level shit is going on?
No, but my Defense Department friend has a Twitter burner account, and then he DM'd me with a bunch of flying saucer emojis. That's it, just the emojis. So I'm pretty certain it's his message telling me that it has to do with extraterrestrial affairs. Pretty cool, right?
So, this friend of yours with Defense Department? Who is he?
I think I may be doing a little too much talking.
Jane excuses herself to go to the restroom. It's clear she's pretty buzzed. Natasha takes the pitcher and fills Jane's glass with more margarita.
What the fuck are you doing, Natasha?
We need her keep talking. The drunker she gets, the more she talks.
Look, what we're doing here is not official Ovum business. If word gets out that Jane's leaking classified information to us, she's fucked. It could jeopardize her career.
Natasha stares at Vincent incredulously, as if he's speaking blasphemy.
What do you think we're doing here? Having a nice little chit-chat? Just shooting the shit? The whole purpose of our talking to Jane is to get information we don't have access to, aka classified information.
No, that's not the deal. The deal was that we get information that she's comfortable revealing, and she's clearly not comfortable.
You're fucking her, aren't you? That's why you're protecting her?
Vincent wants to argue, but he can't.
I knew it. You're pathetic and useless to me.
For fuck's sake, can we stop acting like an old married couple?
Jane comes back to the table and plops down on her seat. Natasha scoots the full glass of margarita closer to her.
Oh, yay! More libations.
Drink up.
Maybe you've had enough, Jane.
Okay, Dad.
Jane ignores Vincent and proceeds to guzzle down the margarita.
So, Jane, you were about to tell us about your contact, your friend.
Was I?
You don't have to say anything else that you don't want to say.
Hey, don't listen to him. It's important.
I don't know. You never did tell me why you need this information so bad.
And so Natasha tells Jane about how the space alien in question is her sister's boyfriend, that they are very much in love, and about Misha being kidnapped, leaving Vera bereft and heartbroken. Because of Natasha's training and experience in tradecraft, she gives a convincing performance in telling the story of Vera and Misha, ably emphasizing romance and the tragedy of it all. Jane is hook, line, and sinkered because she's a true romantic. There are tears running down her face, and she's nodding emphatically while exclaiming,
Yes, yes, yes. Your sister and Misha should be together because it's like a miraculous intergalactic love story.
Natasha is pleased. Vincent has a look of knowing that this will not end well for Jane, or maybe for any of them. Jane gives them the name and contact information she has on her friend, as well as potential locations of where Extraterrestrial Affairs is operating.
Okay, Jane. You've helped us plenty, and you've had too much to drink. I'm driving you home.
Oh, such the gentleman. But I can just get an Uber.
No, I insist.
I bet you do.
What is that supposed to mean?
Just remember, if she too drunk to give consent, it's not a true consent.
Vincent glares at Natasha for a long moment. Then he takes Jane by the arm and starts walking her out of the restaurant.
Don't mind me. I'm sure I can find my own ride home.
Vincent stops and tosses his set of keys to Natasha.
I'll drive her in her car.
It pisses Natasha off even more that he's placating her. And then she realizes that she has no home to go to except for Vincent's place, which is out of the question now. She slumps in her seat and begins to regret her cattiness toward Vincent. She wonders why she acted like that. Is she jealous? Natasha pushes away the thought, because even if she is jealous, it's something she prefers not to admit. The waitress comes by and leaves the check, along with some mints. And Natasha realizes she got stuck with the bill that she cannot expense, because this is not official business.
Shit.
Just then, a guy sits down next to her and flashes an FBI ID. He's basically from Central Casting as an FBI agent. Slender, athletic build, square jaw, dark suit, slicked back hair, and the shades even indoors. There's an initial sense of panic that rises in Natasha, believing that she's been found out as a double agent. And now the FBI was about to arrest her. She quickly scans the restaurant for the agent's armed backup. But there are only the margarita-slurping patrons enjoying their dinner. Could this agent be stupid enough to take her in by himself? Natasha is almost giddy at the prospect. Papa Bear sent me. Natasha squints hard at him, disbelieving. He leans in and whispers a code word in Russian, revealing that he too is a double agent. Papa Bear tells me that you've been a naughty girl. Do you make it a habit of killing one of your own.
Only if they are sloppy and stupid and jeopardize my cover. I hope for your sake, you're not none of those things.
The agent smiles, but it's not genuine. Maybe he's nervous.
Why did he send you?
He stands and beckons to her. Come on. I have a present for you.
Deep State Dossier Podcast is a production of Radio Juice Media. To learn more, go to our website, radiojuicemedia.com. The story was written by Casey Pope and produced by Mariana Baker. The podcast was narrated by Harold Baker. The voice actors are Tori and Hugo Chacon and Mariana Baker. Music composed and performed by Daniel Kaplan. Photography by Luke Aronson. If you like this podcast, you might also enjoy Casey's novels, available on Amazon, or visit his website at fugitivejuicemedia.com. Support Deep State Dossier on Patreon at patreon.com/Deep State Dossier for a whole bunch of exclusive stuff. If you enjoyed the show, please rate us 5 stars and leave a nice review. For more information, including supporting material for each episode, visit radiojuicemedia.com, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thanks for listening.